Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1051. Hey, it's Friday. Is my TV on? I think my TV was on. Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to it. We're going to play Name That Player, and I forgot to, I was going to grab some, I think I'm out of packs. I was going to grab some cards and put together a Name That Player, but I realized as I hit the live button, oh shit, it's Friday, Name That Player. But I do have some Topps archives next to me, which is actually it's a perfect fit for Name That Player. So how about that? Just make sure, do I have a mix of, I'll grab, okay, yeah, we got a nice, shit, we got a nice mix here, I think. I don't see any, oh, okay, yeah. There's some vets in there, some retired player. Okay, so we got a good, we'll have fun. Topps archives is great for Name That Player. Hey, we're talking about expensive wax. It's so expensive. You know, it's we were talking about expensive wax earlier this week, and it's all how you shape your own narrative. Is wax overpriced? If that's what you want to think, you can think that. Wax is not overpriced. Some of it is. Yeah, absolutely. Generally speaking, is it? No. In fact, I just tried to order. Blowout for some reason went down on me. That's what she said. Blowout went down. I'm going to order some Heritage Hind. $65 for a hobby box. So I'm going to order 4 hobby boxes. Releases next week. When I went to log in, sorry, we are down for maintenance and we'll return shortly. Well, you know how the type of buyer I am. If it's down now, it's like out of sight, out of mind. It's like, oh shit, I was going to order some Heritage High Number and website was down. So $65 hobby box, Heritage High Number. There's also some other deals on various retail websites, including Blowout with $10 blasters, including baseball. So there's a lot of deals to be had, even on sealed wax. It's not all overpriced, but I'm a nerd. I love old newspapers. For some reason, I was reading a newspaper from 1983. And of course, and it was this year. It's like, I'm going to read a newspaper from this date 40 years ago. That's like when I need an escape from cards. I'm going to read a newspaper from 40 years ago. That's weird. I know it's weird. So I logged on to the Kiwani Star Courier. So there was let's share my screen. So I just want to share something that kind of goes along with the it's kind of the it's anti overpriced. Look at this. A 19-inch color TV from Zenith with a remote control. So they jack up the price with that remote control. $500 for a Zenith color TV with a remote control 19-inch. 40 years ago. Do you know what kind of TV you can buy today for $500? Well, I'll show you. So today at Best Buy, right now on bestbuy.com, you can get a Samsung 75-inch for $550. $50 more than what you could buy a 19-inch Zenith color TV with remote control 40 years ago. We complain about nobody ever, because it's all about our narrative. Nobody complains about the prices of TVs dropping. Now, if that 75-inch TV, next month it goes back up to $800, $1,000. Oh my God, this was $500 in December. We don't complain about because it doesn't affect us adversely. We don't complain about technology. Look at what VCRs were in the microwaves. You can buy a microwave for what, $40, $50? And they were like $400. Actually, I think it was, full-size microwave from Tappan, $350 for a microwave back in 1983. Sanyo video recorder, $400. A video cassette, $500. Now we got it all on a computer, which costs less than $500, depending on what you get. So there you go. We love to complain about rising prices, but then there's other things that we just ignore. Technology and how much computers have fallen, and VCRs, which are non-existent. Video games. I'm shocked at what the price of video games are today. I thought video games would be like $400. Because back 25 years ago, you buy a PlayStation, Madden on Play, it was like $60 for a video game. And like that's what they are today. I'm also surprised by shoe prices. Like I remember in high school, like Air Jordans were like $150. I think they got close to $200 in the late 90s, early 2000s. That's what they are today. I'm like, what are shoes now? Like what a Jordan's got to cost what, $400? No. It's like $200, I think. I don't know. I haven't looked lately. It was about a year ago. I'm like, I'm just going to go look at shoe prices. I was at Dick's Sporting Goods or I don't know, the mall. I think I was at the mall shopping for an ugly Christmas sweater last December. I'm like, what the hell? Shoes haven't gone up in price in 20 years. What's going on? So there you go. Card price wax is not overpriced. Go to Blowout, go to Dave and Adams, go to Steel City, go to your local card shop. Topps Heritage High Number comes out next week. So does Bowman Draft. Bowman Draft, is it expensive? Yes. Is Topps Heritage High Number? No. So I think, shit, for $65, I can make that money back selling singles in my eBay store, which that's what we're going to talk about today. Because this is something that I'm approaching that 60,000 item mark in my eBay store. So I'm going to have a decision to make. And this is something I've talked about since I started my business full time 2 years ago. You know, there's going to be a time that I'll have a decision to make. You know, is it going to be scaling up and keep adding on eBay, or do I branch out to another platform? Those are the decisions that I will be making. So, also somebody asked me on Twitter, and they tagged Dan, US Sports Cards. I don't know if Dan is in here. Dan actually responded to a couple of the tweets this morning. So I want to address that question, Dan's comments, and my opinion as well. So we'll talk about that today. It's Friday. No show tomorrow or Sunday. Tomorrow you can catch me in Janesville. Janesville, Wisconsin. Tomorrow, Holiday and Banquet Center in Janesville, Wisconsin. 9 to 3 free admission. I'll be probably right at the front door. I'll have my closeout quarter boxes for $40 a box. You can't beat that. Like I would buy if I was selling my own. If I was somebody else, let me rephrase that. If somebody else was selling the boxes that I'm selling for $40 a box, I would buy them. And you're like, well, why don't you just keep them? Because I have enough. But I can't pass a good deal up when I'm buying. So that's why. So I'll have some good stuff in there. There's going to be a lot of it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for Hall of Famers and high, Ronald Acuna, you're not going to find that. You're not going to find Acuna's. You're not going to find Trouts and Otanis in that. But you will find some decent stuff that, great for dime boxes, great for quarter boxes. So that's tomorrow, Janesville, Wisconsin. Busy day because my buddy Quincy's coming to the Janesville Card Show. And so we're going to hit up Buffalo Wild Wings after the show, catch up. It's been a while. And then I'll be heading over to Lake in the Hills for the Club 400 Christmas party, which is tomorrow night. Mike Talkman, John Maley, Brian McRae will all be in attendance. So that'll be fun tomorrow night. Club 400 Christmas party. So I'll be commuting back on Sunday morning. So no show Sunday morning. We'll go live Monday morning and review the weekend, the card show, the Christmas party, and all that good stuff. There is a day next week that I may or may not go live. Let's see. Wednesday morning, I may or may not go live next week. My niece's services are Tuesday evening. So I'll be going back there. It's kind of dependent on my wife's schedule. If my wife comes with me, we'll drive down and back that night. We'll go down to the services and then come back that night. If my wife, her schedule doesn't allow it, I'm going to go down on my own. I don't like driving at night. That's another sign you're getting old. I don't like driving at night. So I'll just crash at my mom's Tuesday night and then come back Wednesday. So probably won't know until Tuesday. So that's the plan. Couch People Christmas parties next Saturday. We'll go live at about 7:30. I'm just going to say 7:30. I say 7, but you know how it goes. So 7:30 Central Time next Saturday, Couch People Christmas party. StreamYard will be open, so you can call in. It'll be just like our 1000th episode. We're just going to hang out and talk and rip. That's why I'm kind of hoping that I can log in and get my Heritage High number. I'll save a hobby box for Saturday's Christmas party. And then I'll try to find some, maybe on my way over to Club 400, there's a nice little honey hole Walmart in Harvard, Illinois that always is fully stocked of cards. Maybe they'll have some decent discounts or something. I don't know. Something to rip for next Saturday night. So that's next Saturday, Couch People Christmas party. What else is going on? Happy Hanukkah to those that celebrate Hanukkah. We lit our candles on the menorah last night. We had latkes for dinner. My wife is Jewish. I am not Jewish. I'm not anything. I grew up non-practicing Methodist, but I am not assigned to any religion. So we are a Christmas household. We celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah. So we have our menorah. I haven't put our Christmas tree up, but we will do that here in the next week or so. So that's what's going on. I did add more inventory to my eBay store yesterday. Shipping and listing and shipping. Today I'm going to try to juggle shipping and listing and preparing for tomorrow's card show, because I haven't really, I'm going to do dime boxes tomorrow, but I haven't really put them together, which is not good. So I've got to do that. Let's go see what's going on in the chat today. It is Friday. It's a free-for-all Friday, which means we will play Name That Player. We're going to talk about eBay and that decision you have to make if you're a volume seller. So that's what's on the docket today. Victor's in the house. Good morning. Happy Friday, Victor. Kyle, what's happening? He liked the smash button. Thank you, Kyle. Smash that like button. Like that smash button. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Value Box Sticker says, I think the solution is to sell more. How many cards have sold in December? I think it's been a little slower the last couple days. Let's take a look. Sales as of right now for the month of December, this month. Let's see. Sales for the month of November, 634 sales. 634 sales in the month of December. So 634, which is what? Basically, we're talking 7 days. So 634 divided by 7, still under 100. Not good. So that is less than we would like. It's only about 91 items sold per day. So I need to get that number up. My 90-day running average is around 110. So fallen short. Now on the flip side, though, my dollar amount is doing okay. I think I'm right around my goal. My daily goal has been reached. Let's see. Go back to December 1st. I was short on the 1st, short on the 2nd, beat it on the 3rd, beat it on the 4th, beat it on the 5th. That's what she said. Fell short on the 6th and just fell short yesterday. So we're going to roll into the weekend. Hopefully those sales pick up. Also, you haven't spoke much on Christmas movies. Are you not watching much? I watched Home Alone 4. I have not been. and I'm glad you mentioned this. I have not been watching many Christmas movies lately. Um, I've watched Christmas Vacation like 7 times already, but I haven't been watching really many Christmas Hallmark movies. I did have some on in the background yesterday a little bit, but for the most part, really haven't been. I was as I was driving back home the other day, had the radio on, and you know how they uh, bring up random tidbits. So it was a random tidbit that December 10th, which is what, Sunday? Today's the 8th, 9th, 10th. Sunday, December 10th. December 10th, on average, is when people start suffering from holiday burnout. We've all heard of hobby burnout. There's holiday burnout. Well, how can you be burned out on the holidays? Well, you can, I guess. But I get it. I understand holiday burnout more than I understand hobby burnout, because holiday burnout, like, you can't avoid Christmas music and Christmas movies and Christmas everywhere. You walk into Walmart and you're just Christmas music on the speaker. Like, you can't avoid it. The hobby, you can avoid it. If you're getting tired, okay, I'm spending too much time with my hobby. You don't get burned out. You just stop doing stuff with your hobby. You just stop. Holiday stuff, you can't. You can't avoid walking into Walmart and being overcome with holiday. If you watch TV, it's holiday. So I get it. I get holiday burnout. So maybe that's what because in here it is. And maybe my holiday burnout started a few days earlier than the average, because I watched a Hallmark Christmas movie in October. So I think maybe for me, it came a little sooner. But I do like this time of year. And I totally agree with holiday burnout around December 10th. Like, it's so exciting in November. Like, November 1st hits and it's like, we're done with Halloween. It's Christmas time, baby. And then we go through the entire month of November. I feel Thanksgiving is more festive, more holiday than Christmas, and even the weeks leading up to Christmas, probably because everybody's burned out by December 15th. Like, oh my God, just make Christmas. Like, can we just do Christmas, get it over with? That's what I feel. So I think there's a lot of truth in the old holiday burnout, December 10th. And sounds accurate, right? You know, and it probably came a little sooner for me because I start my holiday shenanigans a little earlier, my Christmas watching and stuff. So maybe that's why I haven't been watching as many Christmas movies lately, because I'm just like, I've been watching Christmas movies for frickin' 6 weeks. Mark Marinello's on his way to Christmas Con, I think. Is it today? I think he's going today. Donald's in the house. What's going on? Good morning, Donald. Hall of Fame card collector. Good morning. What's going on? Mikey's in the house. We've got Tom Gibson down in Peoria. P-Town represent. Brian Wolf, good morning. Donald, that's not good. He's going to the hospital for a CT scan today. Another hernia. I do not like to hear that. Best wishes to you. Mikey says, what's the eBay problem today for us sellers? Well, this is a problem every day. This isn't just a today problem. This is something that we are all faced with at some point if you're a volume seller. That's what we're going to talk about today. David, good morning. Just George in the house. What's happening? Victor still reads the paper. Just George says, if Heritage High number is 65 now, it will be 18 by early season 2024. Shane, what's going on? Good morning. There in Topps Heritage, like, there were some steep discounts on here. Heritage all of a sudden is like, nobody wants Heritage. Heritage is not like Heritage within like the last 2 years has become like the new triple play. Like, nobody wants it. Like, you can go on. Where's my blowout tab? Went too far. Blowout cards. Like you can probably, what was, is it 2023 Heritage? Let's see what regular Heritage is running. $65. There was something, it was, and that's probably like the regular price. During Black Friday, I think it was even less. I wonder if they get what's 2022 Heritage high number? I mean, here's the thing about Heritage high number. It's kind of a shitty product, but yeah, you can buy a box of last year's Heritage high number on Blowout for $48 for a hobby box. You might get a napkin relic. I think it's an auto or relic, and it's usually a relic in Heritage. Yeah, one autograph or relic card. You get 24 packs, 9 cards per pack, 12 boxes in a case. $48 a box. That's for last year's. 65 on pre-order. It releases next week. Heritage high number, kind of a shitty product. However, at release, guess what? Team collectors, player collectors, they're buying it. It's going to sell. So that's my thought. It's like, I get new product, new eyeballs in the store. It's going to drive some traffic to the store. For $65 for a hobby box, like you can't go wrong with a new product at that price. So that's my thought. Value Box Digger has been finding some newspapers from the 30s to 60s and family stuff. Bank mortgage, loan paperwork, house payment, $130 a month. Those were the days. Yeah, I in fact, when I was at my mom's house the other day, I'll have a little bit more time if I go back and stay next week. She had a folder, my bedroom. She had my childhood bedroom at my mom's house is still the bedroom there. But it doesn't look anything like somebody asked me, I don't know if it was in the chat or just in general, like, is your childhood bedroom like the same as it looked when you were growing up? Doesn't even look, not even. And now there's new carpet. Doesn't even look close. It's been painted like twice since I moved out, 25 years ago or how many ever years ago it was. Just completely different. Like all my stuff, like my mom keeps bringing shit that I don't want. It's like, I'm trying to use my mom's house as a storage unit. Like, I don't want that shit. My mom's like, well, I don't want it either. But I don't want to throw it away. It's like, I don't want it at my house. I want it at your house. So it's accessible. And I don't have to pay for a storage unit, right? So she kept bringing tubs and tubs of shit. And then when you're faced with that decision, then you start throwing stuff away. And it's like, last Christmas, my mom brought like 2 storage tubs of just crap. And I'm like, God damn it. And in like a folder were like a stack of when I played high school basketball, on the cheerleaders would put on your locker, like, go Bo, number 34, beat the Tigers. Then beat the Yankees, beat the Warriors, and all that bullshit. And there's like a stack of them that have been kept for 25 years. And I'm going through them, and it's like, why? I am sentimental to a point. That point had been passed with those locker signs. So I took a couple pictures, sent to my group text of my high school friends, and then pitched them. We keep some weird, especially if you're a hoarder like me, you keep some weird shit. So, so when I was home, my mom was showing me, she put new carpet in the bedrooms. So she was showing me the new carpet. Looks nice. The carpet that I had in there, it wasn't shag. What was like it's not a shag, but it's still like, I don't know. It's like the second generation of shag. It was popular in the 80s. Shag was more of a 70s thing. 80s come along, and we've got this like hybrid shag carpet. It's brown shaggish carpet. I had a dog, Boomer, black lab. And so in the winter months, he would be a house dog. And he would like I would sleep and he'd have to like go potty and he'd like get out of bed and I'm like passed out and he'd like scratch at the door. So like part of the carpet where the door was, and I'd go up, take Boomer out to go potty. So it was about time. New carpet. It was about 20 years too late, at least 20 years too late for the new carpet, but there's new carpet there. So it was looking at the new carpet and on like one of the storage chests or whatever was a folder with like, and I saw newspapers sticking out. And of course, like that's what our parents and grandparents did. They kept newspapers because that's what we did. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And like some stuff that I hadn't seen before. So, but I didn't have a chance to like go through and look at it. But if I'm home Tuesday night, I can look through it, send some pictures. Where we at? Grinding for Goods in the house. Happy Friday. What's going on? Good morning. Red Light 34. Good morning. Tony just paid $268 for a 58-inch TV at Walmart last weekend. There you go. 40 years ago, we were paying $500 for a 19-inch color TV with remote from Zenith. There you go. Hall of Fame rooks. Car prices are rising. Some things are rising. Some things are dropping. Value Box Digger says, true that a new truck is nearly $100K. What the hell? That's crazy. Let's see. Low Roller Scratcher giving us a golf update. Let's see. Are you atheist as you're religious? I'm not anything. I'm just what do you call it? Like agnostic? I don't know. I'm not religious. James, put some Tops inserts in the dime box. I'm a buyer. I would be too. Let's see. Orlando's in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Card Hobbyist is here. What's happening? I'm not holiday burned out. I'm trying to get into holiday mode since it's 50 degrees here and no snow. Same here. Biscuit got a walk yesterday. In fact, when I took Biscuit to go out potty last night, I'm like, it's warmer right now at 9:30 at night than it was when we went on our walk today. So I looked, I'm like, am I sick or something? It feels warm out here. Looked up, I'm like, shit, it's like 43 degrees, 9:30 on December 7th. And it's going to be in the 50s again today. So, hey, I'll take it, right? Take these days in December because January is probably going to hit us hard. Card Hobbyist says, if you ever worked at a mall, you suffer Christmas burnout by Black Friday. Yeah, so I worked, I never worked retail per se, but I did work at a grocery store. And we had Christmas music. Of course, this is before streaming and Pandora and, all that. This is back when you had to put CDs in the CD player. So our PA in the grocery store, we put CDs in. If I hear Elvis Presley's Blue Christmas one more time, I'm going to throw up. Because it was like on repeat. There was Blue Christmas, Blue Christmas. And then there was, I don't know, there were like 16, CDs, 16 songs per CD. There were like 32 songs. It was probably a double disc set of Christmas music. And from like November 15th through Christmas Day, those same 32 songs. So you work at 9. We had at the grocery store that I worked in high school, we had a few different shifts. We only had like 2 or 3 workers at a time. Well, I mean, as far as like clerks, like I was a clerk, bagger. We also had a meat department. So we had 2 meat ladies in the back. We had the boss upstairs. Who else did we have? That was about it. That's about it. But we had an open shift where it was like usually like 7 to 2. And then we had the long shift. Now, when you're in high school, when you're a high school kid, you work at 9 to 7. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Ooh, boy, that's a lot of money for a 16-year-old. Work a couple of those a week. And then you have during the week, we had a couple we had like a kind of a bridge shift from like 4 to 7 because there were a couple of us that were in high school. So that was like 4 to 7. And then there was a closing shift that was like 4 to 9 or 2 to 9, just depending on people's hours. So. Max says, can one get burned out on the bell ringing noise before one ever hears it asking for a friend? Yes. Yes, you can. Peter, what's up? Happy Friday. Dave has sold 21 items in December, but you're teaching. You're teaching. Dave Arnold, Bushnell Prairie City. I'll see Dave tomorrow. Club 400 Christmas party. Low Roller says, I heard Chicago getting a new McDonald's new spinoff restaurant. Yeah, like McCosmics or something. Cosmics. Because they watered it down so bad and made it too expensive to start. Heritage is the collector product, whereas Bowman Drafts is the prospector product, but the companies increased prices on them all like they were all prospector products. So collectors are not grabbing them up. Blasters of Heritage because they all know they'll sit on clearance. Good morning, Michael. What's up? Max bought 2+ cases every year since 2012. Haven't for the last couple. Too expensive. Yes, I said it. There's some stuff. I mean, there's some stuff. There's still some of my favorite products are still cheap. Heritage Miners, Topps Pro Debut. So I still buy. I stopped buying. Here's the thing. I stopped buying. I would buy cases of Bowman. Guess when I stopped buying cases of Bowman? Wasn't last year. It wasn't 2020. Wasn't 2019. It was 2018 because they jacked up the price. My case was like $797 is what I paid for a case of 2017 Bowman. 2018, it went to over $1,000. And I'm like, I'm not paying $1,000 for a case of Bowman. And now it's like $4,000. So they jacked it up a while. I mean, it went more than my price point. Now, today, would I pay $1,000 for a case of Bowman today? Well, yeah, because the singles are that's easy money today. Wasn't easy money. I lost, by the way, in 2017, at $800 for a case, I lost money flipping. I ripped and flipped it. Still lost money. Harlan, what's happening? Good morning. Zach and Porter in the house. What's up? Good morning. Cooter, good morning. HKY Cardboard, what's up? I passed up Heritage Megas this week for $20. The thing about Heritage is it's kind of garbage if regular Heritage 2023 regular Heritage, which was released, back in February, March. I wouldn't buy that now. I wouldn't go to Walmart and pay $25 for a blaster of that. I wouldn't buy a hobby box for $60. Heritage High number comes out next week, $65. I'm trying to log into my account on Blowout right now so I can order them and have them on release day because you can get a good return. And we'll follow this. You know what? Let's try it again. Log into my account. Oh, I think it did log me in. It did. Holy shit. So I had a case of Topps Chrome NPB in my cart from Black Friday, which I did buy. So a case of Chrome NPB, I paid $600 for it a month ago. Right now on Blowout, it's $2,050. And I still have 3 boxes unopened. And I'm starting to get the itch, but I haven't listed everything yet. I wonder what they're selling for on eBay. So there you go. People bitch about, there's no good deals on Blowout Black Friday. Bullshit. 2022 Topps Chrome NPB box. Bullshit. All right, let's see. Everything's too expensive. Where are we at? Sold items. So I paid what, $60 a box? They're selling on eBay between 82, 87, 100, 108, 94, 87, 93, 94. So very small margin of profit after eBay fees and shipping. Let's get that out because we're not going to pay that kind of money. Okay. Make sure it's cleared. Okay. Now we want to go order some Heritage pre-order. $64.95, baby. Add to cart. We're going to buy 4 boxes. Boom. Add to cart. All right. Let's proceed to checkout. How about that? 4 boxes, $260. Make sure it's shipping to the right address. Okay, good. All right. So, and what we're going to do is free shipping. Boom. What we're going to do is let's just make sure that shipping. Okay. I want to make sure because I'm getting really annoyed with my old address being saved on so many platforms. What we're going to do is I've got what, 200 and what is it? $260, 259. Let's see. We're going to go through PayPal so I can get those points. Let's see. Points for my credit card. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, where's my business card? There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow my 4 boxes. Hopefully I get them on release day, which usually Blowout's pretty good at getting them on release day. And I'm going to immediately list them. I'm going to rip, flip, and ship. Rip, flip, and ship. Heritage high number. And we're going to follow the progress and see how it goes. 4 boxes of it coming to my door next week. Low Roller says 40 years ago, TV used to cost $2,000, a good TV. Well, you could buy a good TV for $500. I just showed you $500 Zenith 19-inch. You could get, same store had a Quasar 25-inch, one of those consoles for $600. Colors locked in automatically. How about that? You know, speaking of color TV, I was driving through Stockton, Illinois. Kyle, shout out. I was driving through Stockton and they have a little, I don't even know if it's a hotel anymore, motel. I think it's a motel. Hotel is what? There's a difference between a motel and a hotel and a Holiday Inn. Right there on the highway as I'm coming in, there's a, no-tell motel. And on the sign, it says color TV. I think that's what it said. Or cable TV. So it's not the 60s, it's the 80s. Cable TV. Flawed Thinkers in the house. What's up? Good morning. Zach and Porter says, since you've moved into this new home, why do you feel that you are above Goodwill Gaylords? Does your HOA not allow them? I have not had the opportunity to buy a pallet lately. Last pallet I bought was in September. I think that's the only pallet I've bought. I've only bought 1 pallet in this new house. We've been here August, September, October, November, almost 5 months. And I've only got 1 pallet in this new house, and it's easy access. Walk right down the steps into my basement from the garage. No, they haven't been available. I am all about the Goodwills, the Goodwill pallets. And I'm surprised there hasn't been as many come up because people are like, look at Facebook Market, people are just dumping their cards. It's either 80s and 90s junk or it's 2021 and 2020 junk. But by the way, like when I get like people, the crazy part of these Goodwill pallets is when I run into like a box of like modern stuff, there's a ton of color. Like even like Mahomes and Burrow, like color. Like, yes. Low Roller says the computer used to cost $3,000. There you go. Johnny M, good morning. Hope all is well. Flawed Thinker says, I may have just jinxed myself, but my wife has yet to play Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. Mark Marinello, there he is. He managed a Sam Goody in the early 1990s. We had to play the Mariah Carey Christmas album all day from Black Friday until Christmas Eve. We tossed it into the parking lot on the 26th. East Coast Tom, what's up? Yes, I'll be in Janesville tomorrow. Janesville Card Show tomorrow, 9 to 3, free admission. I will be there. I'll have dime boxes in Janesville tomorrow, and I'll be selling 4-row boxes for $40 a pop tomorrow, Janesville, Wisconsin. Dan's in the house. What's up, Dan? George just bought a card from 1914, and it's beautiful. Had to get it before it's 110 years old. There you go. Brian's in the house. What's up? Good morning. Steel Cards is here. Good morning. Jeremy Davis, what's up? I will just wait and pay for singles of Shaw's first Bowman. So Matt Shaw was the Cubs first-round draft pick last year. Somebody in my Cubs group chat was asking what we thought the Matt Shaw, there's a 30 case break. I think it's on eBay. But blowout, let's see, Matt Shaw, 30 case. See if it comes up. There it is. Holy shit. So 2023 Bowman draft, 30 case player break with 4 days left. Matt Shaw's spot. Paper-based does not ship, by the way. Matt Shaw's spot is currently with 4.5 days remaining. 4 days, 13 hours left. $2,526. I got to text this to my group right now. So there you go. Buy the singles. Or, depending on price, I haven't seen prices. I'll buy into some team breaks. Johnny M says, people thought I was crazy when I paid $1,500 for cases of 0304 Upper Deck Exquisite basketball when it came out. $500 a box was unheard of then. Yeah, it's all relative. It's all relative. $1 a pack in 1989 was absurd when Upper Deck came out. Baseball. It's all relative. Jordan, what's up? Doors on the outside motel, doors on the inside hotel. Thank you. I knew it was something like that. Thank you for clarifying, confirming. Jordan says doors on the outside motel. So this is a motel in Stockton, Illinois. Flawed Thinker says, my grandmother had a black and white TV until 1999. When she got her new 32-inch TV, it took 3 of us to get it into the house. Must have weighed 300 pounds. I remember those days. I had I didn't really have like a true bedroom TV until, was I in junior high? Probably in junior high. Yeah, probably around the time I got a Sega. But I had like, and I mean, it was like a 13-inch color TV, 13-inch color TV. But actually, it was probably 19-inch. But I remember, so I was probably 5th or 6th grade. I still had one of those like portable black and white TVs, like 4-inch screen, and I would watch Saturday Night Live obviously on Saturday nights. But yeah, I had then I got like, it's probably like an old TV that was in our living room, and we got, but I don't think we ever had. I think a 19-inch was the largest TV we may have got a 20. Like when I was in high school, we may have had a 27-inch. But my parents didn't have a 32 or a 36-inch TV until after I moved out of the house in the early 2000s. And I think even today, my mom's TV is only like 40 inches. It's a small TV. By today's standards, I mean, that was a big screen 25 years ago. But yeah, those 32-inch, the first 32-inch TV I bought, I remember I shopped around for like a freaking year, and I ended up buying it from a Sears in Keokuk, Iowa, of all places. And that thing was fucking heavy. Oh my God, big tube TV. Now a 32-inch, like this TV behind me is 65, I think. And it's like 5 pounds. Mark says, for those of you old enough, 43 years ago tonight, Howard Cosell told the world John Lennon had been assassinated. Flawed Thinker says, I would never get into a player break that paper didn't ship. Imagine doing that for 2022 Bowman and not getting the Jackson Holiday. Right, I know. That's like paper base. Like but I'll buy in. Like there's been like some breaks last year. I bought all the paper break. I bought the paper from a break. Where are we at? Kyle says, I'm just outside of Savannah, a little south of Stockton. Oh, Savannah. I was way off. For some reason, I thought you were in Stockton. Savannah. Okay, so I should have taken a picture of Mount Carroll because I think that's the closest. I got to look at a map. Where's... Because I don't think Poopies is in Savannah, right? Is that in Savannah? Savannah, Illinois. The big old Poopy Burger. Oh, Savannah's right on the river. Oh, okay. So you're way over there. Okay, so yeah, Mount Carroll would be. Okay. So if I ever go back to Anawan, I can take, if I have NASCAR for you, I'll take 78. That's way easier than Freeport. You are far from Freeport. Okay, Savannah. For some reason, I thought you were in Stockton, which is, yeah. I knew Freeport was a drive for you. So Savannah, I was way off. So yeah, we could meet like right there on the highway because yeah, Highway 64 or 52, Highway 52, 64, 52. It's showing up as both on this map. But yeah, I cruised through Mount Carroll. I don't have any NASCAR right now, but next time I do, I'll go through 78. It prevents us from a Freeport card shop trip. Where are we at? Ben, what's going on? He says, what's up, cardboard junkies? Cooter says, in high school, our 32-inch TV sat on top of our first color console that stopped working years before. That was like a staple of the 70s, right? I don't think we ever had. I don't remember having a console growing up. No. Actually, because I think the TV that I had, that we had at the first house that I grew up in, and those TVs lasted for, like, we had a 19-inch, which at that point in time, like a 19-inch in like the early 80s was like a giant TV. By the late 80s, that effort was still working, man. The first TV I had in my bedroom, it was before even the like little 4-inch portable TV. It was like this. I bet it was from like the late 60s or early 70s. It's probably worth a lot of money today. Like shit, we probably just threw it out on the curb. But I bet it was from the early 70s. I bet the first TV I had in my bedroom, because it was black and white, and it had like, it was very late 60s, like that. What do you call that? My mom's, because that's my mom. Like, we kind of tend to go back to our like high school days, like in nostalgia. It's nostalgia. So my like cat eyes or whatever? Cat Eye was big in the 60s. And that's like when my mom was in, her teen years in high school. And so she loves that style of stuff. Mark says, growing up in the 1970s, our family had a Battleship console, which held a TV, stereo, turntable, and record holder all in one. I was my dad's remote control. Yes, those were the days. Let's see. Low Roller talking about VCRs. Yes, VCRs were expensive in the 80s. Andy Mack, I used to take my 27-inch flat screen tube TV to a friend's house to play Halo multiplayer. It was an event. Now my son plays Fortnite every day with his friends. Very cool. Yeah, when I worked in radio, was it the week of? Yeah, it was the week of Thanksgiving. We did a thing it's called Freezing for Food, and I lived in a van, not down by the river, but in the Ron LB Auto Sales parking lot in Macomb. And I would start Monday morning, like 7 a.m. It's kind of weird how the temperature varied during Freezing for Food, like through the years. Like my first event would have been probably 2003. And I just remember, oh my God, it was so effing cold. And it was even worse the following year. And then like the third year I did it, it was like, hey, it's not too bad. Like I just remember Wednesday, I did not get out of there until like Wednesday. And I'm like worried. It was like initiation because it was my first year at the radio station. It was like, this is like initiate. This is hell, man. Hadn't showered. I mean, literally lived in a van for 24 hours a day for, let's see, how many hours? About 72. Wait, 24 hours to Tuesday, 24, 48. So about 60 hours, full 2.5 days. So the first like 3 years I did like live in the van. I had a key to LB's office so I could go and take a dump if I had to. I always waited until like at 10 o'clock at night to take my dumps. Didn't want to stink up their bathroom during office hours. So I had like, I could use the bathroom. But other than that, like I didn't shower. I didn't, I had a heater in the van, like one of those things that burns houses down. I took like a small TV. I don't think it was probably a 19-inch TV. And had my Sony PlayStation hooked up, so I was playing PlayStation. And this is before smartphones, like 2003. So I had a cell phone, but like I could play Snake and I could text. That's about it. By like year 4, we like cheated it, and it was like I would go home. I would stay out there till like 7 p.m. and then I would go sleep in my own bed. I would shower and get out there at like 5 a.m. the next morning. People would come by like, "Oh, you must have been sleeping. I came by and dropped some stuff off at 10 o'clock last night. You must have been sleeping." Oh, yep, I was sleeping. Yep, in my own bed. Value box digger. What's the latest Cubs count on TCDB? I have not added too many Cubs cards to trading card database this week. I have been moving up the rankings. Still a ways to go. I have logged so far, and I do have another package. Shout out to Adam, who sent me a box of Cubs. I got to get those counted and added to the count. So I have So total cards added to trading card database, 8,671 out of like 990,000. Let's see. Cubs. I'm at logged on TCDB. Oh, just short of 3,000 unique Cubs cards logged so far. 2,999 of the 2,009,057 Cubs cards in existence. That's 1.4. I currently have logged 1.4% of the Cubs collection in existence, and less than 1% of my own collection. Let's see. That ranked me 225th among other collectors on TCDB for Cubs, but I still have 980,000 plus still to load. It'll take a while. Max says, no paper is baked into the price, though. The people that have the money to spend on a 30-case player break don't care about a bunch of cards that in the end you make a quarter on anyways. There's a lot of truth in that, because I'm not spending $3,000 plus on Matt Shaw. But I'll spend a couple hundred and take his paper, right? Andy Max says, I should make my son carry an old tube TV around so he appreciates how easy he has it. No doubt. George says, in college I had a black and white with the color push button Sears TV. Let's see. Uncle Rich, good morning. We are at like percent. Not even a good hitting pitcher would accept. Oh boy, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I don't like to hear that update, Rich. Let's see. I'll go in and I'll try to boost that number, because a lot of times I don't like my own video, which hurts, right? Let's go see. eBay Conundrum. How do I like it? Oh, there we go. Well, we're up to 12. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. 12 out of 75. That is not good. Max wants to know what the hell a tube TV is. Hopefully you're joking. Kyle says, yes, Savannah is famous for poopies. Kyle says 5278 four-way in Mount Carroll is extremely close. There you go. I was cruising through there just the other day, thinking you were up in Stockton. Let's see. Low Roller says, today kids don't need to go outside to their friend's house. They can play their video games online with their friends online without leaving the house. Dystemic's in the house. What's happening? Good morning. Zach and Porter says to Uncle Rich, in defense of your like button criticizing, the host has technically not touched the topic from the thumbnail. Perhaps viewers are waiting to be fulfilled instead of the blind like. There you go. A week from tomorrow, Dystemic will be enjoying some Vito's Pizza in beautiful Mesa, Arizona. Card Hobbyist says, I helped carry an old 70s floor model TV up 3 stories to my sister's apartment. I told her to just toss it out the window the next time she moved. There you go. Max is joking. Okay, good deal. Grinding for Good says young whippersnappers don't know how easy they got it. No doubt. George is out of beer and he hasn't gotten anywhere near the topic. It's about eBay, so I know what to expect. How can I scale up my store? Right? Hey, we are kind of talking about scaling up. So the eBay, what is the eBay conundrum? Well, for volume sellers, the eBay conundrum. Oh shit, we still have to play Name That Player today as I'm caressing the Topps archive. So I'm going to grab a couple here before I start talking about eBay. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, that's another good one. All right. That's too easy. Like that one. All right. So we are going to play Name That Player. Want to talk about eBay and the conundrum that volume sellers face as we approach. And it's not just going from, so in my position, I'm in in my position, I'm in premium store and I'm getting close to that conundrum. What do I do next? Because my free insertion listings are running out. Do I pay 10 cents or whatever the cost is per listing? Do I move up to the anchor store, which goes from $60 to $300 per month? Or do I find another platform? Do I stay on eBay for my $60,000 and just keep maxing that and then utilize another platform? Or do I do variations? Or do I open a second eBay store? So there are options. So that's the conundrum we face. There was somebody tweeted at me yesterday. Oh, wrong screen. There we go. Somebody tweeted at me last night. Card Glory says, okay, I'm about to hit this, and now I understand and feel this pain. Is the reason both of you have about 50, and he's talking about me and US Sports Card Dan, is the reason both of you have about 50,000 listings that there isn't any good option to have more. There seems to be a ceiling on how much we can grow. And there pretty much right now, there pretty much is. In the past, you could, depending on your volume and how much. Here's the thing. eBay doesn't care for a volume. eBay doesn't care about our volume. They don't care if we have 300,000 listings. They care about how much we sell and how much they make on the fees from the sales. When we're selling $1.50, $2, $3, $4 cards, it's not much. The consigners, there's a reason that Burbank and Two Bros and ComC and, the heavy hitters, DC Sports, there's a reason that they're able to get better fees and they're able to work out deals. Guys like me can't do that. We're just not doing enough I'm doing a lot of volume, but it's not enough, not in eBay's eyes. It's like my piddly eBay fees that they get from me means nothing to eBay. So they're not going to give preferential treatment to guys like us that are just grinding it out and selling 100, 150 items a day, because they're 100, 150 items that are selling for less than $5, on average. So the thing we have to, worry about is, okay, we're weighing, how much we're spending on envelopes, how much we're spending on penny sleeves, top loaders, and our overhead cost. There is a cost. Now, just because they say they're free insertion, we're still paying for those listings. So I did the math, and one of the benefits to having an eBay store is the supply coupon. So in the premium store, you're paying $60 a month for a premium store on eBay, and you receive a coupon each quarter for $50 to use towards supplies. You can use them for boxes, tape. I use mainly on bubble mailers. And so that's good value, for that subscription price. So I wanted to just do some easy math and be like, okay, well, what's the price per listing if, erase the supply coupon and, just base it on, say I'm not even using it, so it's not really a value to me. The value to me is those free listings. So 60,000 listings is what we get, free listings, free, for $60 a month, tenth of a penny. Next scale up is the Anchor Store, and it's a big jump. It goes from $60 a month to $300 a month. That's pretty significant. But what's not significant is how many additional listings we get. You would think you would tenth of a penny, right? No, you're paying 3/10 of a penny. You're only getting 100,000 listing only. You're getting 100,000 listings, but you're paying $300 a month as opposed to $60 a month for 60,000 listings. So you also do get insertion listings. I think go from, I don't have the screen up. Let's go to the help screen. But after you hit your max on those free listings, you're charged less if you go over. eBay store fees. Let's see. I wish, and I actually was in on, if you ever get invited to do like a Zoom call with eBay, and it varies based on, it depends on the topic. Do it because you get like $100 Visa gift card, which it's an hour of your time, $100 an hour. I'll do it. And mine was on the eBay help menu. Let's see. We want to know what okay, these are the insertion listings. Okay, so here, a premium store, you get your 60,000 fixed price free listings. After you go over, it's 10 cents per listing. So you got to do some math. Okay, you go to the Anchor Store, do some math. Okay, if 10 cents per listing, how much is it going to cost? $240. Okay, well, not too many, 240 listings. So you get, 60,240, and then you move up. But there's also benefits to having that Anchor Store. Anchor Store 300, is that right? $300 a month? Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, $300 a month. 60 for premium, 300 for Anchor. Anchor Store, you get 100,000 fixed price listings. You go up to 1,000 auction style listings, and then your fixed price listings are only a nickel after your 100,000. Let's see. And then what are some benefits? And I think your supply coupon goes up as well from 50, or maybe it is still just 50. Let's see. I wish there was just an easy. Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to look around for it, but the help menu kind of sucks. So that's the conundrum we face. You can do some math. Is it going to work? And I think I'll move up to the Anchor Store. I think I'm going to move up to the Anchor Store. Let's see. Store subscription. Let's go to this screen. Okay, because I want to show you the benefits. Jeez. See, it's not the help menu is not very helpful when it comes to eBay, because there's like multiple pages. You have to get all of the information. There's not like all the information on one page. Let's see. Benefits. Choose a store subscription. That should give us all the benefits, right? Here we go. Okay, ebay.com/sub/subscriptions. Okay, so premium store, 60,000 listings, fixed price. And then it's a dime. Benefits. And of course, it doesn't have our fucking benefits. Come on, eBay. What the hell? It doesn't even list your supply coupon on here. Does it? Am I missing it? No, I'm not. What the fuck? Free auctions, fixed price, final value fee, additional auction. Is it under subscriber discounts? Okay, well, okay. eBay, you suck. Okay, so let's go to the chat as I regain my thoughts. Where are we at? Let's see. Where are we at? Dystemic says, watch the most recent episode of Card Life. Good stuff. I worked with Matt's aunt, so I see the family resemblance between her and Matt's dad. Oh, very cool. Uncle Rich says, by the way, for those who don't know Bo, this is about on par for his timing to actually, talk about the subject. That is absolutely 100% accurate. Sal Dougie's in the house. Good morning. Turns out hopping on an hour late is the move. There you go. You finally get to the topic 1 hour in. Low Roller says, do variations. I do not like variations. That is not an option for me. Value Box Digger says, you sell more. That's an option. Neil says, good morning. Enjoying the show. Great discussion. I'm considering upgrading store level in the new year. Awesome. We're talking about eBay stores today. Flawed Thinker says, I think if you're able to find a platform that lets you just pull directly from your eBay listings and list on there, that would be best. That way you're not competing with yourself on the same platform. Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely agree. If you're able to find a platform that lets you just pull directly from your eBay listings. So, I kind of want to go one of the points. One of the options that I'm thinking about doesn't really exist yet. And I'm just kind of hoping as I continue to scale up, like what benefits me will be available by the time I get there. But hoping is not a good business plan, right? Let's see. This is another option, and I've stated why in the past. I'll talk about it again, but for me, this is not an option. Variation listings, not an option. Opening another store, not an option. I'm not saying that's a bad option. It's just not an option that I'm going to pursue, and I'll share why. Max says, I think one thing a lot of volume sellers neglect is already listed inventory. Yes, 100%. Got to sell similar or something. Otherwise, it depends on someone actually searching your store, unless it's a tougher card. Also, by the way, going to the first sentence there, if you have an item, if you list an item that doesn't sell everything's on a clock on eBay. So it doesn't start fresh. And I don't know why there's so much confusion. There's a lot of confusion on this with Car Dealer Pro as well. I don't understand why people think it's just like you list 100 items this month and 100 items this month, but if none of those 100 items sell, if they renew, it's still a listing. It doesn't, the clock doesn't start over. So with eBay, if I have 60,000 listings and none of them sell, and next month I list 10,000, I've got to pay out of pocket those 10,000 insertion listings because I have 60,000 plus another 10,000. So I'm counted for 70,000 because there's a clock on every item you list, whether it sells or not, whether it's in that month or not. It's going to, if it renews, now you can end it in 30 days. So if it doesn't sell in 30 days, now try to keep track of that inventory if you're doing tens of thousands of items. Not fun. Although I guess it would be if you do the SKU system, it's like, oh, well, SKU 11A, is out of the 30 days. So I just move that to the quarter boxes. Actually, that could work. That could be an option. Dan is working on stuff to send a PSA, in-person autos, label corrections, one auto crossover, and subs. Value Box Digger says, what were the store costs listing available pre-COVID? I wonder if your $60 store was the one that got the increased free listings of $50K. It was. That would have made the cost difference of $60 to $300. Yeah, so pre-COVID, there wasn't. So basically, there wasn't the additional. I think pre-COVID, it was basic store you received because I had the basic store before. It was 1,000 items. And then actually, you know what? Premium might have been 1,000 back before COVID. I can't remember, but basically the additional listings were not like Anchor Store was 25,000. Now it's 100,000. Enterprise was 100,000. Now it's 200,000 because of those select categories. With the 10K listings of $60 pre-COVID to the 100K listings of $300. I think people forget that the $60 store didn't always have 60K listings, nor does it have 60K for some categories. That is correct. So eBay has actually done a huge thing for volume sellers during COVID by giving those extra. Yeah, during COVID, I mean, that's with eBay increasing the free listings. That's why I scaled up and why I'm doing it full time. If eBay had not done that during COVID, I would not be here right now. I would not be talking right now. I would not be selling full time right now. Probably be still sitting in an office that I hated, working a job that I hated. George says, got to go buy more beer. You may be done before I get back. We still got to play Name That Player. We're still talking eBay. Let's see. Dan, there's Dan. Good morning. Joining late on what sounds like a hot topic. Yeah. It was in regard to Card Glory's tweet last night. So that's what we're talking about. Friday F-bombs. Fuck yeah. Uncensored. Let's see. Cooter says the eBay standard envelope is the best benefit, in my opinion, a big time saver. Absolutely. Max says new store for you would most likely push your old inventory even further unless you listed on both while you built two up. But in my mind, it has to be a clean break between sports for multi-card orders. So I'll just touch on this. And I've touched on this on the past. And Dan had commented in the tweet from last night. Dan opened a second eBay store. And I'm not doing that. And the reason why is because I'm 1 million Cubs. It's my business. I'm branding it. I don't want to open a second store, even if it's branded as 1 million Cubs store number 2. I don't want to do that because, as Max mentioned here, okay, you have what's the main benefit of being a volume seller? Volume is the main. But if you have 2 eBay stores at 60,000 each, you still only have 60,000 cards in each of your stores. You can't cross those over. Somebody can't come into store 1 and be like, I want these 17 cards and I want 34 from store number 2. It's a 17 card transaction here and a 34 card transaction here. You can link and do all that, but people are like, it's a pain in the ass because they still have to buy from 2. You are 2, despite you being on one account, essentially within eBay system, to your customer base, you are 2 completely separate stores. Now, maybe in the future, eBay changes that, but currently for your customers, it's like buying from 2 different stores. And that's why I don't want to do that. Your feedback, all of that, I want that all in one business. So that's why I'm not going to do a second store. Volume. I want people to come in and buy as many cards as they want that they can find and be done with it. And they don't have to go to another store. So that's my thought process. Flawed Thinker says, Whatnot lets you pretty much just drag and drop your items directly from Poshmark. Wish other companies would do that, but then they wouldn't get their percentage of profits if it sells on the other. Yeah, and I think that's what's holding a lot of this back, that cross promotion. Sport lots would be, if there was a way to list on sport lots using a SKU system as opposed to sorting, I would be all about sport lots. But I'm not going to here's 2000. What year are these? 2015 Topps Archives. And they're out of order. So now I've got to sort them. And they might sell for 18 cents. No, I'm not going to do that. It's a waste of time. But if I could list these in, this is going to be in SKU 11A. They want to buy 7 cards from 11A, 8 cards from 12B. Boom. Make sport lots so much better. And I would sell on sport lots. But as it is right now, I would not sell on sport lots. Value Box Digger says you can also run a coupon with a big discount on listings older than X days and blow those listings out the way you blow out your 4-row boxes. Keep it the same store. Yeah, and I think in Value Box Diggers and that's why I run the 50%, because people take advantage of getting Jackson Churio or Jackson Holiday or Acuna, Ohtani, Trout. They can get some of those at 50% off and get a great deal. But I move a ton of, I had like a 20 card order of 84 Donruss. And I'll sell cards that it's like, oh, wow, this has been in my eBay store for like 2 years. I'll get a lot of that on my 50% sales. So that's why I'm doing a lot of 99 cent. Yeah, it takes up a listing, but hey, hopefully somebody comes in and buys 20 of them. So yeah, if you sell, the more you sell, and that's why I'm strategic. I could have got to 50, 60,000 listings a long time ago, but it would have been with 85 tops, 83 tops, commons. And I want to be more strategic and list stuff that sells. Now, I listed some stuff yesterday. Where's it at? Donruss Heroes, Donruss Team Heroes, 2003. The funny thing is, I bet the first one, and these are 99 cents that I listed these at, because it's like Steve Garvey's in here, Don Sutton, Dave Parker, but then there's also guys that probably this might be one of their 3 cards they have. And those typically are the ones that sell the fastest, like the randoms that have like 4 cards in existence. Tom is in a similar spot with my eBay subscription. I have to manage how much I list each month so I don't go over. And if you're in that spot, you have to, like, the conundrum we face, is it worth, do we have, I think the biggest question, for me, it's easy. Do I have the inventory? Yeah, I have the inventory to list hundreds of thousands of items. Not all of us are in that position. Like, well, I only have a couple hundred. Should I move up? But it's really not worth it. So it kind of depends on, I mean, everybody's situation is unique and different. Is opening a second eBay store for somebody else, for Dan or somebody else, that might work for them. But for me, it's not an option. But everybody's situation is different. Tom says, I'm going to go through and start weeding out some cards that haven't sold to free up some listings. Ben says, Anchor Store subscription better come with an invitation to the eBay Christmas party and not a virtual party either. Neil says, what are your thoughts on selling on Mercari? I have been on Mercari a couple times. I have no thoughts, really. I'll probably avoid it. The times I've been on, it's like, I don't think it fits what I do. ComC is another option. I've gone through this a million times, like I've gone through variation listings. Low Roller Scratcher has poor memory. I'm not selling on ComC. I'm not listing variations. I've spewed about why I'm not doing those things 1,000 times. Card Hobbyist brings up, here's a good point. BuySportsCards.com. I'm not a big fan of BuySportsCards.com. I don't like their marketing, the way they market. But they actually, as Card Hobbyist says, Buy Sports Cards is running a promotion where they're paying to list on their platform. It's like 2 cents or 4 cents per listing on BuySportsCard.com. And I don't know how easy it is. Like, can I just scan cards, boom, 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 and upload them? How easy is it? How fast is it? I'm like, if I could do 1,000 in a day, I'll do it. But if I can only do like 100 in a day, like depending on how simple the listing is on Buy Sports Card, maybe that's something I would look into as another platform. Dan says there are definitely some negatives to a second store as well. You have to earn your ability all over for the marketing promotions too. Yeah, it's starting from scratch. It's starting an eBay store from scratch. Shocked. I tell you, shocked. John Keating did not buy that newly listed Steve Garvey card. I think it's still available. He can run to my eBay store, 99 cents, free shipping. Some of the perks of a new store, I get to build this store with front and back scans from the beginning. I didn't realize how to do front and back on Card Dealer Pro for a while. James says, for some reason, team lots sell on Marketplace when I'm bored. Interesting. Dan says you also get the second shipping supplies discount as a positive, and I can experiment with pricing and shipping in the new store. Mercari is like the back alley of online sales. I've had the worst experiences as a buyer there. It's a requirement that your items must smell like cigarette smoke. That's funny. Value Box Digger says, buy sports cards, you put no photos on. You can custom SKU, but you get like one sale every 30 days for every 10,000 cards listed. And there's fees. It's misleading. If they're paying me to list, though, like, I mean, at least there's some benefit. I'm getting some money. I don't know. Ben says, hell is freezing over. I actually have Cubs cards to give you at the next show. Hey, hey. Low Roller says, look at McDonald's opening multiple stores. They're making more money. You should do the same thing by expanding your own business. Yeah, now I got to build my own business before I can expand, right? Let's play Name That Player. Let's play Name That Player. So let's see. How many did I pull out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just do 12. Okay. All right. Topps Archives. Name That Player. Let's get the scoreboard up. Max is running away with it, but he's got Flawed Thinker chasing him down. Scotty Dubs is behind. Where's Scotty Dubs? He hasn't been around in a while. Card Hobbyist and Tom Gibson are right behind. They're right in the pack with Terry McDaniel and Harlan, Uncle Rich as well. So let's play it. Topps Archives today, 2000, what year? This is super tiny print. 2016 or 15, I don't know. So Topps Archives, here we go. Name That Player. I like this. These are easy. This is going to be easy for you. I think you'll figure this guy out. Arizona Diamondbacks. George just got back in time to play Name That Player. Let's see. Oh, we got to bring up where's the live chat? There we go. Luis Gonzalez is correct. Who was first? Max. Hey, I think we shut Max out last week, but he's back on the board. Luis Gonzalez. Max, your internet's back up and working. All right, let's see. Max, 42 points. All right, next up, we got Dairyland Pickers in the house. SoCal's here. Who's this guy? Colorado Rockies. Oh, there is quite a delay because I've got YouTube up on my screen. Charlie Blackman is correct. Max again. Charlie Blackman. Uh-oh, Max. Putting that over there. Max. 43 for Max. All right, Max. Now we got you. Put it on the board. Hawk Harrelson, worst announcer in the history of sports. Mark Marinello. Yes. Mark Marinello is on the board. Bob Lemon. I knew that would trip up Max. Bob Lemon. All right. Where's Mark Marinello? Mark Marinello. Mark Marinello. 2 points for Mark. Oh, there we go. Mark is on the board. Okay. Mark is right behind Flipping Sports Guy. And Mark, is it today you're going to Christmas Con or is that tomorrow? Bob Lemon. All right, next up. This is going to be probably pretty easy. Can you beat Max? Mark Marinello is going to Christmas Con today. Flipping Sports Guy. Adrian Beltre. Flipping Sports Guy back on the board. Oh, there we go. Flipping Sports Guy was first. And you just moved ahead of Mark and SoCal Guy with 3 points. Tied with Peter and Merle and Ken. Okay, and let's see. Next up, the next one. Okay. This should be an easy one also. Next one should be an easy one. Another Texas Ranger. Boy, we've been heavy on the Ranger. Oh no, just back-to-back Rangers. Flipping sports guy. Flipping sports guy. There we go. What happens is I get like 7 comments, and when I go to click on the first one, 7 more pop up. All right, so flipping sports guy is on, and he moves up another point. 4 points, tied with Minneapolis Kid. All right, next up. Oh, hey. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Here we go. Who is that guy? I think Ben and Michael need to get better internet, right? Mark Marinello is correct. Mark Marinello is correct. And I think, was it Max that said earlier? Mark Marinello with another point. Early win. Early win, Mark Marinello. 3 points for Mark. Oh, we got to move you up. There we go. And oops. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. Mark Marinello. All right. Next up. Oh, lovely jerseys. Love these uniforms. Houston Astros. Castro, not correct. Cruz is correct. Tom Gibson, welcome back. Tom Gibson with the point. Jose Cruz. Jose Cruz, Tom Gibson. All right, where are we at? So, Tom Gibson back on the board, 15 points. Uncle Rich, let's see. You were on Cruz 1, 2. You were third. Uncle Rich was third behind Mark Marinello, who was second. Tom Gibson was first. Here we go. Who's this guy? Oh, Ben has jokes. Ben has jokes. Willie Mays is correct. Willie Mays. Max. Max on the board again. Where are we at? Max. Oh, shit. There we go. Oh, shit. Where we go? Clicking on the wrong things. Okay, here we go. Max, 44 points. All right, we have what? Four left. All right, next up. Oh, this is kind of tricky. This is kind of a tricky one. Pittsburgh Pirates. Harrison is correct. Not too tricky for Max. Not too tricky for Max. Josh Harrison, who was a former Cub. Let's see. He was traded in 2009. What trade was he a part of? I think it was it a pitcher? Can't remember. Somebody help me out. Google that. Was Harrison's name on the back? Oh, you can barely see it. You can barely see his name. If anybody got Harrison out of that, you got better eyes than me. You can see in. Josh Harrison. Let's see. Max is up to 45. Let's see. Former Peoria Chief Josh Harrison. Yes. All right. Here we go. Boston Red Sox. This should blow up the chat. This should be a gimme. Ortiz is correct. Flipping Sports Guy. David Ortiz. Big Poppy. Flipping Sports Guy on the board. And we are at, let's see, we got two cards left. Flipping Sports Guy has leapfrogged the Minneapolis Kid. He's at 5, just behind Philly Joe. All right, move him there, and boom, and bam. Flipping Sports Guy. And away we go. All right. Card Hobbyist needs a mileage recap. All right, Toronto Blue Jays. Bautista is correct. Michael Renicky wants to know, and Flipping Sports Guy, we can't blame like geography because Tom's down in Peoria, which is 3 hours from me. Max is 2 hours from me, hour and a half. Michael's just down the road. Scotty Dubs, when he was with us, he was in Dubuque. Flipping Sports Guy's in Philly. Joey Bats, so Flipping Sports Guy with another point, and that puts him at, it seems like it rotates. Like Max was killing it 1 week. Tom Gibson was killing it 1 week. Now Flipping Sports Guy's killing it. Flipping Sports Guy's at 6 points, and he's tied with Philly Joe, both Philly guys. All right. And let's see. Last one for the week. Flipping Sports Guy misses playing the game. All right. Last one. This is a trick. I would not. There was no way in hell I would know this one. No way in hell that I'm knowing this one. You know what? Let's do a bonus. We'll do a bonus of if I can find one that's like just some random obscure guy. All right. Oh, I should probably look at the chat. Let's see. Morneau is correct. Value Box Digger, Justin Morneau. Yes. I would have never had any clue that was Justin Morneau. Value Box Digger's on the board. Justin Morneau. I think that's your first point, right? Value Box Digger. Oh, all right. So let's do I want to do a bonus of like some obscure card in here. We'll really test this audience. There's a couple. I want a fun one. Those are not fun for me. Might be fun for you. Oh, we're going to do one bonus of some rando. Complete rando. Oh, man, there were some really good ones in here. I mean, easy. I'll have to list these on in eBay this week. Next week, I guess. Today's Friday. That one. I think we're going to stick with... Okay, we're going to stick with one of these. I'm going to go with this guy. All right, we've got a bonus card here. Value Box Digger says he's a Minnesota guy, so collect him on all teams. He's actually signing at Fan HQ tomorrow, raising coats for those without winter coats. Very cool. Uncle Rich wants us. There are some old guys, but they're like really easy, like Johnny Bench, Ricky Henderson. They're like too easy. Ben wants to do 1980s wrestling, and Michael wants to do 1990s golf. And Card Hobbyist says, let's do another pack of random offensive linemen. So this is kind of like a random offensive lineman. So here's our bonus today, Boston Red Sox. So who's a Red Sox fan? How well do you know the Red Sox? It is not David Price. Oh, a couple people guessed Price. Not David Price. No. Oh, man, everybody's guessing David Price. It is not David Price. It's not Middle Rooms, nor is it Middle Brooks. Flawed Thinker knows his Red Sox, though. Matt Barnes. Flawed Thinker. Matt Barnes. So Flawed Thinker gets our bonus today. It's only worth 1 point, though. Bonus for Flawed Thinker. He's at 29. So there we go. Little random obscure Boston Red Sox for the bonus. Flawed Thinker got it. He's at 29 behind Max's 45. Scotty Dubs and Card Hobbyist are tied at 16. Tom Gibson moved up 1 point today to 15. Terry McDaniel hanging out at 13. Harlan and Uncle Rich tied at 11. Flipping Sports. Oh, wow. How about that, Belch? Flipping Sports Guy makes a move to tie Philly Joe with 6 points apiece. We've got Minneapolis Kid with 4. Ken, Merle, Peter, and Mark all have 3. Mark with a couple points today. SoCal Guy has 2. And then with 1 point apiece, we've got Diego, Brian, John, Grinding for Good, TD Sports Cards, Mikey, the Hall of Fame card collector, Dat Dude from Duryea, Bronco, and first point today for Value Box Digger. So congrats. There you go. There you go. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. No shows tomorrow or Sunday. We'll be back at it Monday morning to review the weekend. So tomorrow, if you're in southern Wisconsin or northern Illinois, come to Janesville and see me. I'll have bargain boxes to dig through, dime boxes, and I'll be blowing out some old quarter boxes for $40 for a whole 4-row. So come see me in Janesville tomorrow. Club 400 Christmas parties tomorrow night. I'll be hanging out with Mike Talkman of the Cubs, John Maley, Cubs hitting coach, and former Cub and Royal Brian McRae. All going to be at the Club 400 Christmas party tomorrow night. So no show on Sunday morning. I'll be cruising back, eating my Casey's breakfast pizza Sunday morning. Monday, we'll review the weekend. So like and subscribe. Visit my eBay store. I'll be adding some more cards to the inventory later today. Come check it out. I've got some Jackson Holiday, Anthony Volpe, Luis Robert, Cody Bellinger. Got some good stuff going in here this morning. So check out my eBay store. Buy 7 or more cards at regular price, and you'll save 25% at checkout. Holy cow, an hour and 40 minutes. I've got to go. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And if I don't see you in Janesville tomorrow, we'll see you Monday morning on Hobby Evolution. See you then.